What's going on, you guys? Back with another video. Sorry, I'm gonna have to bring y'all this one in the dark. They still haven't got the internet working. They came out and had to fix something on the power line to put um, new wires and everything, which is good, but it still doesn't have a signal. So now I gotta wait for the company to come back out to do the rest. But the good thing is I don't have to be home for that because I want to get out the house today and go catch a movie. But in this video, I want to talk about why narcissists can't respect your boundaries. It all comes down to entitlement. And I'm going to tell y'all how it starts from the beginning. It's because they feel entitled the moment that you accepted them in your life and accepted anything from them. It's like you gave them the key to have anything they want from you, which includes compliance, and that's even after you have set boundaries. See, they're not looking for the boundaries to happen so soon, but they always have a backup plan. The backup plan is when they came in your life, that was a part of the backup plan, because narcissists know that they ruin it all the time. So they come prepared with a vengeance, like I mentioned in the last video, because they know that they're not going to take the rejection very well, and they look at a boundary as a rejection. So they rebel and they try to do things to get you to give in and give them what they want. That's the aggressive side of the narcissist. You might not see that aggressive side of a narcissist all the time. All of them work different, but they all feel entitled. They feel entitled to have anything they want. And this includes your thoughts, your plans, and even sometimes your fortune. And let me explain about the fortune. A narcissist is jealous-hearted. They're very jealous-hearted. And say, for example, certain things happen for you, and a narcissist is a part of that, the group that picked you out. The narcissist will start to feel like, well, we all deserve equal treatment, which they don't. That's why you were the selected. Narcissists feel entitled to get rewarded for almost anything, for just existing, just being a part of a group that, got an honorable mention. I remember, sometimes there are competitions, and I know y'all hear in the end after a person wins the prize or whatever, you hear, well, at the end of the day, I'm proud of everyone and we are all winners. See, that's the mindset that the narcissists have. They feel entitled to be rewarded just for existing. They do nothing to deserve a reward, but they feel so entitled to it. They feel like you're leaving them behind when, people spot you out and show you certain attention. That's the attention that they want, and that's why it happens that way. And see, narcissists, they are the biggest deceptors, and that's just a word I made up. Like a Decepticon, they are the biggest deceptors. And I just kind of take that from the word deceiving, deception. I take it from that. So I just say deceptors. And the moment you stop giving them what they want, they trip. They trip. And they cause havoc for both of you and them. But they don't have anything to lose. So they don't care, whatever it takes to show you their sense of entitlement. Narcissists got their eyes on the prize and they don't care what it takes to get it. They'll step all over people to get it, lie on people, lie on you, you know, come in between friendships you have with other people, ruin friendships. The narc I used to work with, I was friends with this girl a long, long, long time. And we came to get to know each other through work. And that's pretty much how the friendship ended after she took sick with cancer. She passed away last year. I think I told y'all about her, my friend Connie. She was always my friend, even though she was unaware of what had happened with the narc, because it was a waste of time to explain it a second time when I noticed that. And not to get off into that, when I noticed that, I couldn't convince her that this girl was who she was. I had came to a point where I dealt with so much of the narc to it just, which is kind of a good thing too. It made me not even want to put forth the effort to prove. And this was way before I learned that you shouldn't try to prove a person is a narc to anybody or warn them. I was feeling that way before then because I was worn out from what I had to deal with from her for so long. And she came in between our friendship and she just kind of took her from me and made her look at me through her eyes, see me through her eyes. And she, she didn't want to, but it was like it was a thing to where she didn't want to accept the vision now. It had to be all or nothing. And so she sided with the narc because I didn't give in to this, this whole control thing that the narc had made the narrative. That I was running the relationship, the Three Musketeers that we used to be before I realized the narc was, at the head of everything. And she destroyed it single-handedly. She didn't destroy me. I just choose not to deal with it. I didn't put up with it no more and I got away from it. Yeah, it hurted to end their friendship. She felt entitled to the happiness I had with this person and the friendship we had. She was jealous. A lot of time that entitlement comes from jealousy. Trust and believe. They don't just want to have it just because, just to put it in the box and put up and pull out for later. They want it because you look so good with it. And they want to look good with it as well. They have no interest in it. They have no desire for the things you have. They just want it because you look good with it. They feel entitled. They want to know your plans. They try to get inside your mind and get you to, talk about the things that you want to do in the future. Know why? So they can beat you to it and say that they came up with the idea. Sometimes they'll hear about things that you have planned from other people, and then they'll pursue it, which will throw people off and thinking that, well, maybe you copied off of her. That's the tricks that they play with. But sometimes narcissists feel like that you always owe them, and that's why they do stuff like that. And even when you're out of sight, the narcissist always find a reason to think about how you treated them unfair. Once you set these boundaries and ended the friendship or whatever relationship, some children of narcissistic parents, they stop dealing with them. As hard as that is, I can only imagine though, they stop dealing with them. And I know it hurts to not to have a relationship with your parents. You need your parents as this safe space that you should be able to go to for a good support system. And when you don't have that, who can you turn to? Other than God. I know that God is always there. But it hurts when you can't have a relationship with a narc parent because they feel so entitled to certain things in your life. They want to control your life. They want to throw up things that they've done for you in the past. It's like that was your duty as a parent to care and love me and provide. And it just seems like now I'm realizing it came with a cost. Why me? Other people I know in their relationships with their parents, they don't deal with that. And the narc is not trying to hear that. They hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear nothing about what someone else's relationship is with their parents and how they don't owe them nothing. It didn't come with a price tag, but it does with narc parents because they feel entitled. They feel entitled to your fortune when you become successful. They want you to make sure you always, give them credit for it, even if they had nothing to do with it. My daughter told me the other day she had an argument with her half-sister, which she don't look at as a half-sister, but I do. He stepped out on our relationship and had a daughter with another woman. And the thing is, when they had an argument, got into it, well, they're good now. And she talked to him about it. And she said, look what he sent me. And he said in the text, what did he say? I never raised y'all to get along like this. And I'm like, look how stupid. That's all I needed to see. I couldn't even read the rest. Narcissists are so damn delusional. Raised y'all. You didn't raise neither one of your children. None of them. Not my son, which is my oldest, my daughter, which is my second. I have 2 children with him. And he didn't raise his outside children. But he felt privileged and entitled to anything that makes them look good. So now he want to take credit for saying, I raised y'all better than this. No, you didn't raise them at all. You're delusional. You're loony. You didn't raise them. Not to get off into that, y'all, because I can go on and on venting about that. Anyway, back to what I'm talking about. Why these narcissists feel entitled to cross your boundaries. It's because they kind of feel like you owe them from the beginning. And that's when they love bombed you, hoovered you, tricked you into believing that they have, the best in mind for you. And they don't. We come to realize that. They were just selling us a dream. They look at boundaries as a punishment. And they will even tell people, that you mistreated them. All because you set healthy boundaries for yourself. They tell half-truths and say things that make them look good and innocent. But again, we just going to have to let people think what they want to think. There's no point in trying to convince or none of that. You're going to waste your time. Let them realize on their own who this person really is. And let them find out the facts for themselves before they come. They like to put out these false accusations because you're not budging. And I mean budging, like you set boundaries, they disrespect those boundaries, okay? But you don't fight them about it. You just look at them like you just a sad piece of life. And it's just like they want more than that. They need you to give in by, first of all, fighting back. Image is everything to a narc. They need to look innocent. Like, they're going to tell when you're defending yourself that you were the aggressor. See, they're not going to tell the whole facts about it. So that's why you should never fight back with a narc. You have to know those necessary battles and the ones when you don't touch it. Let God deal with them. Because certain things they do is very, very evil, and they hit below the belt, and they will really try to destroy you. At any cost, they don't care. All because they feel entitled. So yes, they do cross those boundaries to pick a fight because they can't stand rejection, and they feel like you have taken your power back, and you don't have the right to fend for self and do as you please. There's no such thing as free will when it comes to people they deal with, because they're going to always feel like they have a right to speak on you. Notice how a lot of time they like to present you, pretending like they just this huge big support system. They're your biggest cheerleader. No, you're not. You just want people to look at you like you're that good person that you're not. Like, I don't need you to present me, introduce me, and take credit for me. And, they just feel so delighted to be in your company. Well, they want people to think that they're delighted to be in your company when it's really a privilege. And on top of that, they're jealous. So you don't even need that kind of clout from them. You don't need it. You don't need it at all. You can shine all by yourself. You don't need their help. Not at all. Even after setting boundaries, the part the narcissists don't get is that you are not allowed here. Entry denied. That's the part that they don't get. They don't want to get it. They don't want to accept it. That's why they rebel. But your thing is, is to stay focused and maintain peace. That's the reason for the boundaries in the first place. It's not to fight them. That's how they look at it. And they know that you're not aggressive. They know that you don't have, you're not their enemy. They know that. But they're not worth you breaking your peace just to prove innocence. Never feel guilty about setting boundaries. Know the type of boundaries to set and the right time to set it. And I got videos on that. Sorry, I don't have the link in the description. I've been doing this for a long time, though. And, a lot of things I find myself kind of repeating in the newer videos. And I don't ever want to do that. But at the same time, it helps those who are new to the channel. And those of you who have been here supporting this channel, I really, really appreciate you being here and still showing up. Because a lot of this is a repeat. And for all you new subscribers, I appreciate y'all and welcome. And I hope that you can get something, out of watching. Leave your thoughts down below on this video. Tell me what crazy things narcissists have done to cross boundaries again. Because they're going to keep trying over and over again. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.